Alrighty. We might be live, might not. Who knows what the GoPro will make us do.
Go over there.
Yes. Go there. Go there. Yep, there it goes.
Where did the hole go?
You got it in the hole?
I thought I did.
You sure?
No.
You sure?
There we go.
There we go.
Don't you hate when these don't line up?
No.
You don't hate that.
No, I love it. I absolutely love it. So as you can see, Kyle's working on the car. What's up, everybody? Hey, Wes. Yes, Kyle is pretending on knowing what to fix on an RC car. Cherry Pickers ink we got from Brian Stout. Wes is here, Jerry's here. That is his 13.5 Sprint. He's putting a mod motor in for tomorrow night because his car owner's already revoked the car because he wrecked it too much. Is that the case, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He's been fired. So he's dropping in Preston's motor on my ESC. And tomorrow night, you're going to win mod, aren't you?
No.
You're going to beat Paulie Kramer.
I'm going to have the same problem as you did. It's just going to rattle apart.
It might. It just might. So tonight we got a big show, don't we, Kyle?
Do we?
Yes, we always have a big show. Every show's bigger than the last. They get grander in scope every time we do it.
You keep telling yourself that.
I know. I'm going to fix myself a drink here.
Damn it!
Yes, and we're gonna watch an idiot at work.
That's me.
How are those screws going in?
They're in now.
Are they both of them?
Yeah, actually.
You get 2 screws in. Now where's the double-sided tape?
You didn't give me to me.
Oh, I didn't give it to you. I don't have any here. It's out in the car. And here's Old Faithful.
That is old.
That motor's got a lot of miles on it.
It does have a lot of miles.
Looks awful dirty.
You should have cleaned it.
And it still, does it have his inspection stickers on?
Yes.
Where?
It should. This it broke off.
Oh, it did. It says void.
Oh, there it is.
This motor is now illegal. He took off the inspection stickers.
No. I did not take off the inspection stickers.
I mean,
They finally wore off.
even the pink paint on the screws to show that it has not been opened.
They're still there.
Barely. Looks like it's been torn apart.
You can rip that thing down if you want, man.
I think this is why you got a ham. Cheater motor. Not only are you cherry picking, but you're cheating.
I wish I knew which way this.
Kyle did get a shave and a haircut.
Why? Why?
Where are you racing tomorrow night? Pheasantland, Tuesday night. Hey Barney, what do you guys think of the ghost conversion kits? You can convert your car into a ghost. I think that's running it into the wall and it breaks in half. Then it's a dead car. Like Bobby Butler's. This thing's still on.
There you go.
So, I don't know what the ghost conversion kit is. What is that? So tonight, we're going to go over our usual stuff. We're going to go over... People have been asking us about setting up these cars. So we're going to go over probably Mud Boss. We'll see if we can get the sprint car. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably either absolutely why he won the hand. That's what Davey says. I mean, Davies was only one position away from being first then. If you would have got DQ'd, you would have been second. Cheating ass wing and cheating ass motor. You did cheat with that wing. People were still talking about that. You know, I helped you cheat with that.
Good.
So we're going to go over some setup tips because people keep asking us like about setting up cars. So we figure we'll do that. And we'll try to either cut that part of the show out so you can use it for reference, or we'll put chapters in so you can skip to it. You convert a B6 into a Sprint, a Midget, or an EDM. I mean, that's kind of what they got now for these sprint car kits. You use B6 parts in some of them, don't you? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's there no room for this stuff?
There's never any room. Well, you got one of them fancy custom works. I mean, I would put this here. I'd put that there, like that. And you got to put the ESC that way because that's where the switch is. So I would take this, put it right there.
Don't want to go to the transponder at.
Put the transponder up here.
Maybe.
You put it up there, or I put it up here on the shock tower, running up there.
Okay.
So you can try that. So there we go. That's how Kyle's going to break that car tomorrow.
You guys zip those? There's like no room for anything.
Yeah, I don't know how much these ghost kits are. There's plenty of room. I don't know what you're complaining about. Put your transponder way back here. So that way you're last to cross the line.
Okay.
Just go faster. You'll cross it sooner.
You guys zip those in there?
Scotty Davis. I'm using 5.7 Designs B6 conversion. I'm struggling with the same issues. My setup doesn't compare to what the GFRP customer cars run, and I try their shock spring setup. My car is undrivable. Yeah, Kyle, you have to get a different car. I have an 8-scale ESC in mind. Hey, Cage. What's he going to do with an 8-scale ESC?
I don't know. There's no zip ties in there.
Likewise, that's okay. They make more kits every day. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Do you not own zip ties?
They're in my toolbox that's in the car for racing.
You don't have any down here zip ties?
No.
What good are you?
I don't know. Good enough to give you an ESC with a motor that's already soldered on.
You're good for that.
Yeah, there you go. What more do I need?
Yeah, but too bad it's not your motor, but it is your ESC.
I can give you my motor.
I don't want that motor.
You want a 17.5? I'll put that in there.
No.
You add some boost.
No.
You want a 13.5? We'll put a 13.5 in
Let's
there.
just left that in.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're better off with that 8-turn.
Am I?
Yeah. Is it a Rocket 4 or Rocket 5 kit? What do they make? What is that?
What?
Your car, Rocket 4 or 5?
4.
4. So I guess we'll get into the results for this week. This week was a little slow. Yes, it was. Pheasantland did not run. Did the factory run this week?
Yeah.
Okay. No, on Wednesday.
No.
Okay, the factory did not run Wednesday. So that brings us all the way to, let's see, I guess Saturday. Let's see, who all has Saturday races? All right, the 15th, today's the 16th, so the 15th was yesterday. So we got RJ's. We'll have RJ's for Saturday, RJ's for Sunday, the factory for Saturday. We'll go over Park Lane on Sunday. Who else?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, didn't you want to add a new segment to the show?
Did I?
You did. You brought it up last night.
I did.
You did. You did. You pick at random some track
Oh,
off
yeah,
of Live RC
yeah.
and you go over their results. So just talk about some other tracks here. That Kyle came up with that last night and he already forgot about it. That's how this show goes. We come up with ideas and they're great. They're really great ideas, but we forget them really fast.
To be fair, I'm just trying to remember to put where I'm going to put everything.
You'll figure it out once you get some tape.
I might just make Preston do it.
Will he be there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, RJ Speedrome, Santa Shootout. Should we talk about that first?
We should start with the factory.
All right, we'll start with the factory. All right, so we're going to talk about the factory here. It was the 4th annual Christmas Nationals by Underdog. So whoever won this race is now a national champion.
Really?
Yeah, it's the Nationals. Remember we talked about that the other week?
I did. I remember.
Yeah, you remember that. All right, 13.5 Mud Boss. Kurt Kaminsky, Jeff Foster, Jeff Kaminsky. 360 Sprint, Chris Spittle,
I like him.
Tobin Zartman, and Jared Turchin.
Turrechin. Not Turrechin. Turrechin.
Jared Tourette's.
Well, Turrechin it.
So way to go. That was a big field too. 12 cars. 410 Open Sprint. Chris Klein. What?
Just the way you said it. That was a big field. 12 cars. Just the way you said it. Like a dick.
Well, it was. It was a decent size. It was a nice size.
Whoa. What are we talking about?
That is a nice way to say it is small.
Kyle's Corner?
Yes, Kyle's Corner. Chris Klein, Dylan Zartman, and Casey Hess. Midget, Brian Catta, Garrett Williamson, and George Williamson, father-son duo.
I like George.
Yeah, finally clean your stuff. Mud Boss, Jeff Kaminsky, Cole Kaminsky, Camden Kaminsky. Novice 12T, Ethan Pankos, Riley Spittle. Open Late Model, Mark Farron, Garrett Williamson, Casey Hess. Traxxas Modified, Tyler Deneke, Jeff Foster, and Roy Deneke. What you think about those results?
We know all of them.
Yeah, what'd you think?
I think they had a good race.
Okay. We'll talk about... Wait. They ran their off-road
Did you not?
on Sunday.
Did you talk... I guess you did talk about BL2.
Wait, what did I talk about?
Did you talk about BL2?
At the factory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear it.
Yeah, there were 3 cars. Top 3. So that brings us to Santa Shootout at RJ Speedrome. We were there. What would you say about the day?
God is using man wipes while cleaning his electronics.
It's baby wipes, not man wipes.
Yeah.
So what'd you think about the day?
It went pretty good.
Okay.
How many laps do you think this motor has on it?
Oh, God, I don't know. We talked about that the other day. How many laps do you think we raced this year?
I don't know, but I'm trying to think because you got to remember, this was a used motor that I put in.
Mine's a used motor. So that's got a lot of turns on those turns. More than 13.5. So Santa Speedrome, Santa Shootout at RJ's. We'll go over Traxxas Midwest Modified. That was a great race there between Chuck Eccles.
I'm gonna call it that from
Tom Persani. What? Santa Speedrome.
Persani. Not Persani.
Whatever. I don't get paid for this. I am not a professional.
You get paid.
Do I?
Yeah.
By
YouTube.
nickel? Every 2 months?
Yeah.
Tom Pirasani. And Barney Tan was third. Barney Tan was so happy because he beat Chuck Nichols.
Kurt Nicholas!
Just going to screw up all the names just to piss you off today. That was a good race, though. It came down to the wire.
Are you
How
sure?
about it? Yeah, I was there.
Are you sure you were
I'm
there?
positive. It was good. Midget, this one came down to the wire, too. Between James Henry, Brett Hollinger, and 2 laps down, Bobby Butler.
Right to the water.
Well, between Brett and Jeff and Henry. Intermediate 12T, Chubb Wentzel, Ray Horning, and Bob Madonna. Is that a good race? He's too busy. BL2 Mud Boss, Kurt Nicholas, myself, Chad Let's Go.
Just pull it in. Just leave it there,
And
Carl.
Kyle just parked it. Kyle parked it.
I was up from third from the B main. I was up the second from the B main.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, then you kept wrecking.
Just Roger. Just leave it there, Kyle.
Yep.
It ain't your day. Okay.
It was not your day. 410 Sprint. Phil Cooper, John.
Oh!
Phil Cooper.
Phil Cooper!
Yeah.
Has he ever won before?
Never.
Man.
Never a name you hear. In fact, when they were talking about the ghost car, I thought maybe they were talking about Phil Cooper's. Because he's never in those podium picks, so he might be a ghost.
Dylan Nickel has a ghost car.
He does have a ghost car. It's all white.
Yeah, I call it a ghost too.
Phil Cooper, John Wilmot, and James Henry for 410 Sprint. 360 Sprint. Let's go into that last. We'll do 13.5 Mud Boss. That was won by me.
Who's me?
That was me.
Whoa.
Chuck Eccles was second, and Kurt Nicholas was
I never win those.
third. I never did. Never thought I would.
You're
either.
like, you on the way. Yeah, I'm not gonna win today. I don't win up here.
Look, I got a sticker too. We're gonna put the sticker up. Look at that. There you go. We got a new winning sticker. Different than the rest. There you go. Got a new sticker. Because that's what we race for, Kyle. Stickers.
We ran for ham.
And stickers.
I mostly ran for the ham. I like ham. Fat guy like ham.
I like ham too, but I like stickers. I mean, people cheat to get those stickers.
Do they?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know, people.
Call him out by name right now.
Kyle Horning in 360 Sprint. Because you won that 360 Sprint with a modified wing.
With a modified wing.
You won
I
360
didn't
Sprint
know.
over Matt Adams and Scott Davies with a modified wing and a motor that would no longer pass tech at Ultimate. Phil Marabella, please pay attention. He's going to use that motor again. So you might as well just DQ him now.
It legitimately still has the pink on it.
Should have him fully on all of them.
I bet you yours is off.
Oh no, mine's really good.
This is what happens when you can't clean, when you don't clean it.
That's not the excuse you have. Let's see. I would have to take it all apart. But yeah, I still have pink.
So do I.
No, not like mine. Mine's fully pink.
So is mine.
Yours is the pink that happens when somebody was like fooling with those screws.
Right.
Absolutely.
I want you to know something. That motor has not been out of the car all year.
Sure.
It has not been,
That's what a cheater would say.
it has not been cleaned.
A cheater would say that.
I'm not even sure it's been oiled.
I don't think it has either. I don't think you oil motors.
So, if you want to attack that motor, go right ahead. Because I want to know how bad it probably is.
What do you think the hottest you ever got that motor? You ever got that motor so hot you couldn't touch it?
Yeah.
And they still last.
I'm like, you got a marshmallow? This thing might burst into flames.
Oh, so.
And then you're like, I guess that motor's junk. Nah,
we're going
out again.
So we're going to move our way over to Park Lane and some off-road racing.
So when I say I had an illegal wing, my whole wing was held on by one screw.
Oh, nobody cares about you anymore.
God.
How did your wing wind up with one screw?
You know, I don't know. I don't know how it wrecked.
I mean, like, what happened before that?
Oh, well, you fixed it.
Yeah, I fixed it real good.
Apparently.
I did that on purpose.
And then I'm out there for
I
I looked it up. It was on lap 25. Halfway through the race, that wing came apart.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Oh, God. Whoa, what are we doing? What are you doing down there?
You got to plug back in. Plug came undone.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, we don't want that to happen. So, yeah, I did that on purpose. I'm like, well, you know what? In case Kyle beats me, if his wing falls apart, he'll get DQ'd. And I'll get that other ham.
You can't win two hams.
But if I finish second after you finish first from being DQ'd, they never said it goes down to third place.
Yeah, they do.
No, I'm not believing that.
Davies would have got him.
See, Davies? Tried to get you ham. No, I don't do anything for you. So, Park Lane Off-Road. Two-wheel drive buggy, 17.5. Bob S. Scott Shoemaker. Timothy Levengood. Micro B. Jolyn Aldea. Ryan K. and Jeff Irvine. What are you looking at?
No.
Mini B Mod. The Stig. Scott Shoemaker. Jolyn Aldea.
Shoemaker.
You remember him? We used to race with him. Mini B Stock. Michael D'Agostino. Jolyn Aldea. Ryan K. Mini T. Jeff Irvine. Aiden Irvine. David Hawk. Hawk.
Hawk 2.
Like that. Yes, like that kind.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
So that'll take us over to... We'll go back to the factory for their Sunday Cash Series. Apparently they're running on Sundays now for off-road.
Sure.
Two-wheel drive 17.5 buggy. Mark Drecker. Steve Noonan. Zach Ridden. Two-wheel drive.
Good ridden.
Good ridden. It was a good ridden. He rid that good. Two-wheel drive 21.5 buggy. Brian Wolfman.
Wolfman.
Wolfman? Wolfman?
Wolfman.
Hunter McFadden. By a
Don't
Gambar.
call him fat.
I said McFadden.
Don't call him fat.
Okay. Two-wheel drive box stock slash Justin
Box
Albright. Zach Ryden. Kirk Ryan. Two-wheel drive open buggy. Mark Decker. Ben Decker. Sean Duffy. Two-wheel drive open short course truck. JB Groff. Jerry Tobias. Jason Hausman. Two-wheel drive open stadium truck. Ben Decker. Jerry Tobias. Jim Manos. Four-wheel drive open buggy. Mark Decker. I hear that name a lot. Dan Hamburger.
I like hamburgers.
Jim Manos. Novice. Tyler Wolfman. Baya Gamber. Gavin Wolfman.
Bye, Gamber.
And that'll take us back over to RJ's for RJ's Carpet Racing.
Carpet munching.
There was no carpet munching going on at RJ's. RJ Speedrome Carpet Oval on Sunday. 21.5 truck. Brett Miller, Lance Batdorf. 5.0 breakout.
Who was third?
None of the above.
No
Lindenmuth.
crap, because they were first and second, so who was third?
None of the above. No one was.
Wow.
Dwayne Lindenmuth, Sean Black, Rob Hoffman.
We raced at Dwayne Lindenmuth.
I think we did.
We run
BL2 Mud Boss,
115 car.
Doug Knaus, Dwayne Lindenmuth, Jody Fenstenmacher, Losi NASCAR, Doug Knaus, Rob Hoffman, Lance Batdorf. And that's your week in racing. So this week, where are they racing? Where are things racing at this week? Anything of note?
Pheasantland starts points.
Tuesday points. I think the factory will run Wednesday, right? Should be this week.
I thought it was supposed to be last week, but they canceled it.
Okay, so maybe check that schedule. Friday will be Pheasantland.
I'm sure Chad Bill will let us know.
He will. Chad will let us know. We'll have RJ's on Saturday, and Sunday we'll have Pheasantland. And you might want to check Park Lane schedule. So, that's good. Kurt Nicholas has been around a long time. Phil Cooper is my hero. Brian Stout says Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle.
I don't know why.
Kyle. So, Kyle,
What?
let's talk about these cars.
No, we're not done yet with results.
We aren't?
No.
Oh, that's right. You need Kyle's track of the week. Just pick any track at random. What name do you fancy?
I like this RC1 Racing.
Okay, let's see. One RC Racing?
The RC1 Racing.
Okay.
So it was, I don't know what the heck they're running. December 15th, two-wheel drive, 17.5 Blinky, buggy.
Buggy Blinky in Blinky mode, 17.5 in Blinky. Nope, no boost.
Ryder Himonic, Carter
Where
Irish.
is this track and what's it called? Look up the address.
RC1 Racing.
Where's it at?
It doesn't tell me.
It tells you on the front page.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, Maycomb, Missouri.
Okay. How many entries they have?
They had
What day did they race?
the 15th.
Okay, so it's
Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
How many entries?
Let's look here. 50 entries, 30 drivers.
That's not bad.
So, two-wheel drive buggy, 17.5 Blanky. Ryder Himonic, Carter Irish, and Brian Sullivan.
There you go.
Two-wheel drive buggy, 21.5 Blanky. Lane Lazars, Jimmy Hill, and Mark Reynolds. Four-wheel drive buggy with 13.5 Blinky. Carter Irish, Tyler Davis.
Tyler Davis.
I'm always leave the Terry.
Maybe.
And
they're
Ryder-
probably long-lost cousins.
Ryder Himonic.
Which one do you think's the better driver?
Oh, Terry.
Okay, I agree.
Modified two-wheel drive buggy 40 plus.
That's for 40-year-olds.
The Brit.
The what?
The Brit.
The Brit.
The Brit.
Okay.
Mike Himonic and Shannon Swear.
Shannon Swear?
Shannon Swear.
You think we got weird names out here?
Short course 13.5 Blinky. Brian Sullivan. The Brit. And Mark Reynolds. And Stadium Truck 13.5 Blinky. Tim Sukatuski.
Suck a dicky.
Sukatuski.
Suck a buddy?
Sukatuski. Sukatuski. Sukatuski.
Suck a tushy.
Wow.
Suck a tushy.
Wow, Luigi.
Tim Suck a tushy.
Justin Currit. Caleb Currit.
He's a carrot? Carrots?
And that was your random track of the week. RC1 Racing in Maycomb, Missouri.
If you're out there, go ahead out and try it. I think we should try it this weekend.
You driving?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll be there. We'll leave on... I mean, we'll have to get up early that day.
They have ran 9,206 races on that track.
Wow.
They've had 361 events, 19,266 entries over the lifetime, 2,176,413 laps.
Compare that to our tracks. That's a lot. But it doesn't seem like that many events. 361 for all them races and laps.
No.
Like what? I mean, Pheasantland, we run 3 days a week usually. How many events have they had?
I don't know, but you do your whatever segment you want to say.
No, we'll wait till you're done here.
Yeah.
You gotta be part of this segment. You need your full attention.
We've had at Pheasantland 344 events,
That's it.
13,556 entries,
Okay.
5,572 races,
Okay.
4,000 practice sessions, and 1.1 million laps.
Wow. Don't you wish you could just like feed it in there and see how many laps you've done?
That'd be kind of cool. Man.
That would be cool. I mean, that's something Live RC should do. Shouldn't be hard. They're smart people. Do you think?
Yeah.
You sure?
Ultimates had 1.4 million laps.
Oh, how many events?
301.
But they're also closed 6 months out of the year too.
So I don't know how this goes by. It just goes by the location, or if it goes by like the scoring loop.
What do you mean?
I don't know how it goes by.
What do you mean? What goes by?
Like my line laps, does it just go by that track for that wire? Because like the Pheasantland has 3 different wires.
Whatever comes through and it goes through their feed.
Interesting.
So if the race has been entered through there, then it goes through the feed. So that's interesting. Very interesting. But we got something of more interest.
Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah, Sour Patch Kids. So we're going to get rid of the sprint car. Nobody cares about those. We don't really know what we're doing with sprint cars anyway, do we?
I drive them.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, I need a car. All right, so we're going to talk about what we do when we get to the track to set up our car to get it going.
There you
Go
go.
around. Now, Kyle, when you get to the track, what do you think, if we're going to a new track, what is the first thing we do, the most important thing we do?
Practice.
Before we even get to the practice. we find out what kind of tires are going to run on that track.
Oh, yeah.
Do we need a hard Kumo? The stock Kumos, do we need them shaved down? Or do we need some S1s? And do we need new S1s, shaved down S1s? What do we need?
So
That's what we try to figure out.
usually the first thing that we do is we ask around to people that have actually been there.
That's always the best thing to do. So when you're going to a new track, ask everybody what they're using. And like try and find somebody that's fast. Don't pick us. Listen, we're probably going to tell you a lot of wrong things here, aren't we?
Probably.
Probably. But now, just go to the track, ask somebody that's fast. Like,
Usually,
hey, what is...
usually who
what-
we ask Kurt.
Yeah, we ask Kurt and say, Kurt, what tire are you running today?
We know. We're like, Kurt, you ever been to this track? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you run?
Because he's been at every track.
Yeah.
Now, for people that just don't know, like, there's a lot of people watching that know a lot of this stuff. So we're going down deep dive into the basics here. Mike Woods, he gets food.
Smart.
That is smart. So I usually wait too long to get food sometimes, and like before you know it, you're racing. Unless we go to, I guess we should move the car back. Unless we go to Ultimate, then we stop at Julie's before we get to the track.
I like Julius.
So we'll use an S1 tire usually when it's more of a loose dirt, medium bite track,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll use the hard
We're the higher
stock
light.
ones for the higher bite tracks. Because when you put these really soft S1s on, you're either going to want to start traction rolling, or the car's just going to get too locked down to the track and it's going to slow you down. Correct?
Correct.
Correct. And sometimes you need to make I mean, we don't really do too much to tires anymore, do we? We just kind of run what we have.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of cleaning and prepping.
Yeah. But it's not like we sit there and break the foams or spend a lot of time doing that anymore. Kind of, we got enough tires that we've already broken in and run that, there's always something worthwhile working with. Now, second thing we'll do, this is the one thing people ask a lot about, the cross weights. Should we explain this? We were talking about that this weekend. Because there's a lot of people, like you ran into somebody that we've been racing with for a few years and you told them, put a big clip in the right rear. And they asked you, is that a sprint car thing that you learned? This was on a Mud Boss, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was on a Savage Sprint.
Yes, it was on a Savage Sprint, which, but that's not a sprint car thing. That's the basics.
Yeah.
So, yes, there's something wrong with the rear.
Okay.
Yes, remember, because you heard that noise the other day?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you hear it now?
Uh-huh.
What is it?
Broken.
What's broken?
I think it's actually... I think you need a shim.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Something's rubbing.
No, need a shim.
All right, well, there we go. Something's squealing. So, cross weights. Now, when we're working on these cars, if you got to push, we're usually working with the left front or the right rear.
Usually the right rear first.
Usually right rear first. You usually go, maybe start out with a medium clip. You usually go full in, full clip.
Yes. We can back off later.
Yeah, I'll usually start off with a medium. I think they call the big clips. Like, you're gonna want one of these clip tools. This thing's handy. How about it?
I love mine.
KHD makes these. You can put all your clips on it. Like, I'll usually start off with one of these medium ones. There's these big fat ones. I think they're what, 8mm.
8mm. And
I go for the ones that we call them half clips, the mediums.
Yes.
And then we'll usually also
I usually start with a big clip.
we got these smaller ones. So then this would be a 4mm, and then this would be a 2mm. Like 2mm is good to have. Like, have some 2mm. So unless you're Kyle, you just have all 8s. So right away if it's pushing, put a clip in here, either the 4mm medium or the big one. I mean, I like to start off.
I think they're 4 and 2 and 1. But actually,
Okay, well that's fine.
think
I mean, we don't really ever use those really wafer thin ones.
I think this is 2.
They're too flexible. Okay, well that's 2. So then he's saying this is 2. That can't be 1, can it? We'll get into that, but we'll show large, medium, thin. There you go. You think they see that?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay. That's your large. medium.
Now they
and
definitely
thin.
don't see it. Now they.
I don't know where to put it where they can see it. How about here? Large, medium, thin.
They seen that on the camera. They seen your
Okay.
palm of your hand.
Yeah. 8mm clip. That's the big one. Hey, Brian Page. The front is for entry and the rear is for exit. I mean, you can think of it that way too. I mean, I always think of the crossways. Like this thing's like a teeter-totter. Whatever you do here affects here. Whatever you do here affects here. Whatever you do here affects here.
Everything's an X.
Yes. So like if you're loose on exit, put a clip here. If you're, you know, the front's just not really biting, and well, if it's over biting, you'll put one here.
Usually, I'll put some big clips in here.
Yeah.
Get that thing to spin out, and then I put one back. I'll put a medium in here.
Okay.
I usually have a medium clip in the left ear.
Now you're notorious for running at least 2 to 3 big clips in your right rear.
Usually two.
Usually 2. I usually stick to 1.
I like a looser car.
Yeah. I just don't, you know. I look at 2 clips as the Hail Mary. That's something we do temporarily. Now, like, you're probably going to ask, like, be wondering, like, well, what do you run for shock oil? Just find a setup you like. Get it off one of the faster guys there.
Heavier.
Heavier. Softer. Like, usually, like, you know, soft here, heavy here, and, like, something kind of medium here. Or, you know, that one setup we were running was 70 here, 70 there.
40 and 40.
I think it was 25 and 25. So, you know.
Right rear,
Yes.
usually like 70.
But always think, like, if you're having a problem with the rear, work on it from the front.
Aaron, I have a question.
What's your question?
If I go in the corner and my car looks like it's got to take a piss,
If it's a dog taking a leak.
what do I do?
Well, we're going to get into that. So, you know, think of it this way. This affects here, this affects here, this affects here, and this affects here. So when you're thinking of it that way, we're going through the corner. Wheels are turned. It's diving in on the right front. And this left rear is picking up and spinning. So what do you think we would do based on you work on the opposite corner?
Throw the whole car away.
Throw the whole car away is the ultimate.
It's broken!
Yes. What you would probably do, you usually will start off putting like a medium clip here or a small one to see if that will hold this down. Just to try and get some more weight to just stay back there. So it doesn't all transfer right to the right front. I mean, and if you're running like I am, a cut coil up there, you might want to say, well, I got 5 coils cut off this spring. Maybe I'll go to just 3 coils cut off or 2 coils. Just get a little more spring on there and make it a little stiffer so that hopefully you can keep the weight back here. As you can see, this one's really soft back here. Well, it's kind of stiff over here. So, right? So you might change the spring. Like, you should have probably a full spring, a set of full springs.
A full 5 cut spring, that's a max.
Yes, a set of springs with 5 coils cut off, a set of springs with 3 coils cut off, and a set of springs with 2 coils cut off. Now,
See, I don't think the 2 is okay. I like to have the
2 is usually where I'm at.
the full and a 3.
Yeah, I'll have
5, the 3, and the full.
I'll usually have a full here because you want to have this as stiff as possible.
Yeah.
And then I'll usually put a cut there. Because you'll put a cut there like, okay, the car is it's a little tight when you're coming out of the corner and starting to push. So you put a little cut coil in there, and that way hopefully it takes away the push.
Now,
But then you might get the problem of lifting your rear.
now, Alan,
Yes.
where should I pull my shocks?
All right. It's easy enough. Pretty much your front shocks, you never really touch them. I mean, once in a while you might move this one out to the outer hole, but it's outer hole, inner hole. Start there. Your rear shocks start all the way out.
Yep.
If you start bringing them in, what happens to the car?
Stiffens it back up.
It makes it softer, it gets it tighter.
Yeah, whatever.
So it makes it tighter. So especially like some people will think, oh man, this left rear's picking up. I'll just move the shock in. Then the car starts pushing. So that's not really the best solution unless you're already loose as is.
You want that to happen too.
You can make the left rear longer. That's something else I want to bring up too. What that would be called would be droop. You'll take the turnbuckle on the end, just loosen it down a couple notches, couple spins, and get it to hang down just a little bit lower. Right? Sometimes you'll do that. Usually that's my last one to do.
Yeah, usually your rears are pretty even in your
Yeah.
arms, just a little bit different.
Yeah.
One of the other big things about these things is always clean your A-arm
Oh, the A-arm holes.
bolts. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they stick, that's just not good.
It's not so well. The rear, especially on this side,
Yeah.
is very sticky. You got to work to make that thing work. Usually, you know, it's I usually use like a drill bit, barely bigger than the pin.
See, I usually just really clean them out really good.
Okay. Oh, I clean them out too. I'll use like a pipe cleaner with some WD-40 on there
Yeah.
and get in there. These ones up here really, these ones back here really don't bend.
No.
I've never bent these rear ones, but these front ones bend. And it's always good to take your front shocks off, disconnect them from the bottom, let them hang down, and make sure these things move smoothly. Because if they don't, you're in a lot of trouble. That means you got a bent pin. So, I mean, some of those pins that get bent in there is ridiculous how they're bent. It's like a pretzel, yes. And then you got to bang them out. So make sure you always carry around a couple pins. I know some people say they replace them with the long bolt. Other people, the long bolt that we use in the rear. Some people say don't do that. It doesn't work.
I used to use them, and I thought it was just too stiff. You didn't get the flex that you want.
Yeah, so just try and keep an extra set of pins. So always check those. Always check your caster blocks. Make sure these pins are always straight, and where your front hubs go into, make sure they're straight.
Biggest thing
All it takes is like 2 seconds to take them down.
Biggest thing I always find, and I've had it already at the beginning of this year, like you work on this thing and you have 45 freaking millimeters of clips in here,
Yeah.
30 in here, and it's still pushing. Check your belt crank.
Yep.
These belt